Ooh, it's Nash. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Nash here with another video, here to talk about the latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10. Joined once again, and I'm going to have to stop saying that because I think at this point you're just a fixture, aren't you, babe? We're joined once again by the illustrious Carly Cross. Say hi, Carly Cross.
Hello everybody.
Are you ready to get into the episode?
Yes.
Let's.
Yes.
Okay, before we do, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and the video, apparently. Why not? And let me know down below, what are you thinking of this current bracket? Who are you rooting for? Currently, who do you want to win the overall season? Who do you want to win the overall season so far?
Lydia Butthole Kollins.
You want Lydia to win the whole season, not just the bracket, but the whole season?
Well, without seeing people in the third bracket.
Yeah, out of like the people that got through to the semi-final from the first bracket and who we've got in the bracket at the moment.
Well, her and Bosco.
Her and Bosco.
Yeah.
I like your top two.
Like my top two at the moment.
Okay, I think that's a good choice.
Who's your top two?
Do you know what? I think if I couldn't pick a top two, I think top three,
Okay.
Lydia, Bosco, Irene.
Okay.
I think those are my top three at the moment.
Do you mean Eileen?
No, not Eileen. I probably shouldn't do that this week because it'll probably just lean right off my head. And that will be a reveal I'm not looking for. But no, I think it's a strong season so far. I have noticed with this group though, the chaos is reigning.
A lot more bitchy in this bracket.
Oh, the cat fightery, the bitchiness, the goopery, the gaggery, everything-ery is just, you know, whereas the first group, first time they had to distribute points, we'll give everyone 1 point. This team, fuck no.
No, it was a bit. Do you want to explain it to the viewers, babes?
To the viewers, babes? Yes, well, I'll try to. I've got to remember. I've got memory like a sieve, I swear to God. The ADHD doesn't help with that because then I go ding, 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 ding. Like a pinball machine. Woo! But yes, so they were going to go with a 1 point rule. That's like essentially what like Kerri was like, yeah, I'm down for that. Nicole was like, yeah, I'm down for that. Jorgeous and Mistress. Jorgeous? What little gremlin? Like, genuinely, like, beforehand she's always been, like, really, like, sweet and just kind of like, oh my god. Her, like, thing that I always think of when I see Jorgeous or she's mentioned anywhere is her going, hey, Lotus. Love it. It's brilliant. But I didn't know she was such a, like, game player. Like, geez Louise. Yes, scheming with Mistress. As soon as she said that her and Mistress went way back, I sat there and went, turned into Minnie from flipping The Help. Have you seen that film?
No.
It's got Emma Stone in it.
No.
Viola Davis.
No.
Who else is that?
You can name actresses all you want. I've still not seen it.
We should watch that at some point. I really like that film. Minute on Burn Chicken. But yeah, no, it was just surprising to see Jorgeous get caught up in that and like actually benefit because essentially her and Mistress sat on the couch, made a deal with each other right in front of the other bitches as well, and then got themselves 2 points each. So now they were tied for second place with Tina. And they didn't even win a challenge.
Do you agree with it? Do you think they should be fair, or is it not sporting?
Honestly, it's competition.
Yeah.
You've got like, and it's entertaining TV, like nothing else. Entertaining as fuck to watch. Loved it, but as someone who, if I was in that competition and that happened, I would be
a bit cross.
pissed. I'd be sat there and be like, hang on a fucking minute. We're not doing this shit, not on today, not in front of me.
Would you do it to the others?
I don't think. I think if we'd I would stick with my words.
Yeah.
If we'd agreed to sort of like, you know, distribute them evenly, I would go with that.
Yeah, as I thought you would.
If I hadn't agreed with that, all bets are off. But I like to kind of play a bit fair. I think, you know, if I did a bitchy thing, I'd probably regret it afterwards. And then I'd do what you do and kind of like go down the spiral of, oh my god, why have I done that? Because I feel like we're very similar in that sense. Yeah. Which is nice.
Both sexy.
I try. I should go like this to work tomorrow. Could you imagine? They'd be like, you feeling okay? I'd be like, I'm feeling my oats.
And you'd get the job.
Could you imagine? Be like, yes, you came to the interview like that? Work. But no, I think I would regret it if I did something really catty like that. As much as I would want to, like, be in the best position to get to the next bracket, I don't know if there's...
Team player, not game player.
Yeah. I like to play mental games, don't get me wrong. I love to shit people up. I find it hilarious. But I do it when it's like... The way I do it is more a case of it's funny, not like I'm actually playing mind games with you. Like at work when we have team meetings, if there's something really funny, I will like pick on someone and I'll start sending them messages about this funny thing, and I'll sit there in the meeting watching their camera to see when they've read the messages. I'm so, like, any of the colleagues that I work with, like, they will tell you, like, if I've done that to them, like, I find it hilarious. I'm just kind of like, I'm like, I turn into a little gremlin at that point. I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm more like an imp. I'm a bit mischievous.
Okay. Let's get us back on track. That's one of many tangents we're going to go down.
But no, I love to do stuff like that. So I do stuff like that in the competition, but I wouldn't like try and fuck anyone over with like points and stuff like that. Not unless they'd really done me wrong. Then I'd probably be like...
An eye for an eye, but you wouldn't start it yourself. Yeah,
eye for an eye. We'll all be blind by the end of the competition. It's fine. But yeah, I was really surprised that Jorgeous got in that. But it was so entertaining to watch. I live for it as a viewer of television. If I was in the competition, I would undoubtedly be pissed.
Well, the other queens were cross.
Well, saying that, I do admire that Kerri was kind of able to keep her cool about it, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she was pissed, and she said in confessional, like, you know, I am annoyed at this, but don't let them see you sweat.
Well, pressure on the Mistress and Jorgeous in this one, because they need to win the Maxi Challenge, don't
Because
they?
no one's going to give them points again, so they need to be in top, like, every week. Like, if they're not in the top this week, they're not in the top next week, they could quite easily just not make it through based on that alone.
Definitely.
But yeah, so RuPaul comes in, tells them what the Maxi Challenge is. It's a rapping roast.
Rapping roast.
How do you feel about this challenge? Like, when it first got announced that it was a rapping roast, what went through your mind?
I like roasts because they could be quite funny, but I wasn't too sure about the rapping.
Yeah, I like a roast, but personally, I like a chicken. You know, get some parsnips on there. I love parsnips. Honey roasted parsnips are like the best bit of a roast. Oh, I do love pigs in blankets and stuffing, Yorkshire puddings, just the whole lot. A roast is just good. I'm not overly fussy about the meat, but, you know, chicken's kind of like my favourite.
So you can tell we're filming this just before dinner.
I am really quite hungry at this point. I've had a packet of Doritos sat downstairs for how long at this point?
Oh, weeks.
Yeah, literally, there's only like a couple bits left in that packet. Like, I literally just devoured the whole thing, apart from like a couple bits, and I'll probably have those later. But no, I like a roast. I think my problem with the roast is not all the queens are usually good.
Oh, I wouldn't be very good at it. I wouldn't be able to hurt someone's feelings, and it was a bit like Kerri.
You don't have to hurt their feelings.
Okay, I wouldn't be like to be mean to somebody, and I think Kerri found that this episode because she didn't name any names, did she?
Well, she was like, "Oh, my reads will tell you who I'm reading without me having to name them."
But when
like
I was
that.
Watching, I didn't really know.
100%, I agree with you there. But that was her idea. It wasn't so much that she didn't want to hurt people's feelings. She didn't want to roast them. It's more that she thought her roast was so good and like so obvious that you didn't need to give the names. And I don't think she succeeded there.
I don't think the judges agreed.
No. When it came to the roast, because Lydia won the lip sync last week, she got to do the order. How would you do the order? Would you fuck people over, or would you try and make sure everyone was happy?
Well, I'm a people pleaser, so I'd like to please people, but does it really matter what order they go in?
In theory, no. In theory, no matter where you go, if you're going to do good, you're going to do good. If you're going to do bad, you're going to do bad. The problem is, and this is where I can understand why an order does make sense. Watching it is difficult because if you get a bunch of bad people all in one, you're kind of like sat there going, oh my god, it's like, where is this roast going? Everyone's awful. So you kind of want it, if there's going to be bad people, you want it to go good, bad, essentially. First and close need to be good, middle should be good, and then kind of cluster the fuckery around it. The other problem is, you know, first and last both have pros and cons. Going first, no one can use your jokes. Also, though, you've got to make sure you're good enough that by the end of the roast, people still remember what you did. Going last, you've got multiple opportunities for your jokes to be used. But also, it's a show closer, so you have to be good, because otherwise that's the last impression of the roast.
Be fresh on the memory of the judges as well.
Exactly, and that's the thing. So if you fuck up in last place, you know, the Queen should be glad that this is a non-elimination episode, because I would be worried. But yeah, no, realistically, no matter where you go, you should be fine if you're good at roasting. If you're not good at roasting, you're probably going to suck no matter where you go. It's just, if you're going to do badly, realistically, you want to go after or before someone who also doesn't do that great. Because if someone does amazingly and then you go afterwards,
you're going to be outclassed. Yeah.
You're going to look worse. Same if it's the other way around. If, you know, you've just gone and you were crap and the person after you goes and smashes it, you're going to look twice as bad because, you know, of the person that went before or after you. So that's where the kind of like lineup kind of comes into play, and I think sometimes that's where the queens get in their heads about it. So I understand that, you know, I'd be worried about that too, but you can only do what you can do. If you're crap at roasting, you're crap at roasting. Just try and put a spin on it and make it funny. How did you feel about Mistress once again trying to stir the pot with Lydia, trying to get Lydia to be a bit shady with the order?
It's just a character, isn't it? So far, the impression I have of Mistress is that she's willing to play games and she's happy to play games with
pretty much
the other queens.
I don't think she really gives a shit.
No, I don't.
Like, in the nicest way possible. Like, you know, you can tell she likes being there. But
isn't Lydia her daughter?
Yeah, now that
like,
she's
seem
to,
like have a connection.
Yeah, so now that because Lydia in the last episode, I think it was, asked her if she could be adopted. And Mistress essentially said, depends on how you did doing the challenge. Lydia won the challenge, Mistress was safe. And then Mistress this episode was like, yeah.
Again, playing games, I guess, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing. You've got to be careful with Mistress. I would not take anything... I would take everything Mistress says with a grain of salt.
Was she like this in her series?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I might have to show you her original season just so you can see just how... But she likes to pick on specific people. Because there was a queen called Lucy LaDuca in her original season, and it was like it was Mistress's mission to get her head to explode.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like, we might have to watch it just so you can see that. It was a good season anyway. I'd like to show you some of the other like older stuff, just so you can kind of like, only if you're up for it, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you want to see all of it?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. We'll make plans.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think, yeah, I would agree. That is just Mistress's character. When we go to the rapping roast itself, who were your top three? Who were the best three in the group for you?
So Tina started off strong. I think she did a good job. Lydia stole the show. Actually, no, sorry, not Lydia. I think Mistress actually stole the show on this one. I thought she was quite good and out there. And Jorgeous was very enthusiastic with her dancing, I believe. But I think she went down well with the judges. So yeah, I'd say Jorgeous, Mistress, and Tina B.
And Tina.
Tina.
Yeah. See, it's funny because my top three would be two of yours. I agree with Jorgeous and Mistress. I would swap out Tina for Lydia.
Yeah.
Because I thought Tina's was alright. She didn't move a lot. Okay. Also, there were points where I just couldn't understand what Tina was saying. And I don't know what it was, because I was sat there, and then when they called it out on the judges' critiques, I was like sat there going, okay, it wasn't just me. But
wasn't it only Michelle who was saying that she couldn't hear it?
Well, also, Michelle gave that same critique of I couldn't understand, I think there were too many words, to Lydia. And I was sat there going, I could hear every single... And I actually re-watched it before we did this. And again, I was like, I can hear everything Lydia's saying. Like, there's not a single word that's missed, whereas I could still miss a fair bit of Tina's. And, like, she said about how Lydia seemed nervous, and I was like, I think that's just how her face is painted. Like, I don't think, like, she didn't give me nervous energy, but the way her face is painted, I could see how you could look at that and go, yeah, you look nervous, but I think that's just how she's painted.
She's a performer. I can't imagine she'd get that nervous.
Oh, yeah. Performers get nervous all the time. I get nervous when I have to perform.
Yeah, I used to get nervous as well
Yeah.
when I used to perform, but some people are more than others.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I didn't get nervous energy from Lydia. I think Lydia could have easily been a top 2 for me. I think I could have swapped Lydia and Jorgeous. Like, either one of those being in the top 2. I think Mistress to me is yes, she's the top. But then when it gets to Jorgeous and Lydia, I'm like, I think they both did a good job. It could have gone either way, especially with their runways. So I'm not mad at Jorgeous and Mistress being in the top. I think they do need it because no one's going to give them points. So if they're not in the top...
Who were the top 2 in the end?
Mistress and Jorgeous were the top 2.
Mm.
The lip sync song for this week, Hot to Go by Chapel Roan, who was
Yes.
also the guest judge. Love Chapel Roan. I love this song. Not sure I would have picked it for a lip sync song.
Well, I'm not sure I'd have picked what she was wearing either.
No, but not everyone would think to dress up as a sex doll for Drag Race. But, you know, it was camp. We live, we move. I just love her. I think, you know, she is an icon. She's become an icon at this point. In the queer community especially. I love her. I love her music. I'm looking forward to more music. I would love to see her come back and actually, like, judge on, like, a singing performance challenge that's not, like...
You think she'll come to the UK one?
No, usually most of the people in the UK one are, like, UK people.
Like the old, like, Graham Norton and Jimmy Carr. Not Jimmy Carr, Alan Carr. I don't think we'll find Jimmy Carr in it.
You never know. You could come in for a roast challenge.
Maybe.
Didn't they have... I think at one time they had... Oh, crap. What's her name? The Canadian woman.
Oh, yeah, I know the one you mean.
What's her name? Shit. She was on Taskmaster as well.
Because we're recording. Everyone knows who we're on.
Catherine Ryan!
That's the one.
I'm pretty sure she appeared on it at one point as a guest judge.
Yeah.
So yeah, you never know. Ashlyn B's been on there as well.
Again, these are more suited than Jimmy Carr there, aren't they? I believe.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
But still.
Hashtag Jimmy Carr on Drag Race.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Get on there when I'm on there and I'd be like, my boyfriend laughs like you.
He laughs like me.
But yeah, no, I think top 2, I couldn't qualm with it. The lip sync, however, how did you feel about the lip sync?
Well, I guess we'll get on to the result in a minute, but I think there was only one clear winner, and it was Jorgeous, because of she was quite wild with the dancing, and no, I don't know why, but Mistress seemed quite restricted. I don't know if it's because she's the size of 4 queens in one, but... yeah,
Do you know what's really funny? You said that and my brain was like, is it because she's fat? So I was like, you know, same thing, but yours was a lot more eloquent than mine. I was just like, you know.
I think Jorgeous should have won, but do you want to tell them what happened?
Yeah, so I agree with you. I think for me personally, Jorgeous was the clear winner. I would have just given it to her, but they did do a double win.
So they got 1.5 points.
No, they just got half a point each.
Oh, did they get half a point? Okay.
So they got their 2 points for being in the top,
then
they shared a point, which, just give them a point each. Like, don't... What?
That's what I thought. I thought it just may as well give them a point. It's
But
they
also,
clearly make up the rules as they go along.
but also, I don't think it should have been a double win.
No.
I love Mistress. I think she definitely deserved top placement, but no, I wouldn't have given her the win for the lip sync.
Do you think she'll get through to the next?
I think her and Jorgeous are a shoo-in. I think it's now gun for 3rd place. So I think I'm still holding to it's going to be Jorgeous, Mistress and Lydia, which is what I said from the beginning. I think with this bracket, they're the 3 that are going to get through.
That'd be a strong trio to go through.
Oh, 100%. Who do you think's going to get through?
I don't know why, but I seem to have a soft spot for Tina.
I do.
She's got some points, so she's not
She
out.
looks very manly.
Why would
Broke
that make,
face.
why
I
would
don't
that
know.
make me like her?
I don't know.
Silly.
What?
So Tina, Lydia, and I'm going to say Mistress because she's entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are your 3 that you
That's
think are going to get through.
3 I'd like to get
Okay. We will find out in the next episode which one of us is right. we could both be wrong, but I really don't see.
And we genuinely don't know yet.
Yeah, we genuinely don't know at this point, because the next episode's not happened. I think there is no way, unless they get brought back from the guest judge vote, that Nicole, Paige, Brooks and Kerri Colby are getting through.
No,
they've got no points.
I think it's fair as well, because I think those two are the weakest.
I would agree. I would agree. I think they are the weakest from this bracket. I think the other four are a strong four. Yeah, I think so. It's a shame. I'm glad to see them both on TV again, but yeah, I just don't see them getting through. I think Kerri still has a bit of work to do, personally.
What did you think of the costumes for the Little Shop of Horrors?
I honestly was a bit underwhelmed with most of them. I did not like Tina's.
Lydia's, I thought, was the only one, and she made that herself. And if anyone didn't see it, it was, I don't know what it was, but it was like a black dress, but with like a monster coming up her
Yeah,
arm.
so what she was trying to do is she was trying to do essentially like her version of the plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
Which is like a big sort of like, I'll have to show you that film as well, but it's like a big like carnivorous plant. It eats people. So she was trying to do that sort of thing, but like her take on it, which I appreciated it. I think there was fine tuning that could have been done on it, but considering how like quick the turnaround was for her to be on this season, I can give her a pass for that. Jorgeous's outfit I liked. I just had one bugbear. Everything was covered apart from like one bit of each of her boots. Like you could see a white heel and just a white bit at the bottom. And that just ruined that one for me.
They didn't like Nicole Brooks' ones, did she?
It's
like when she was unraveling the white underneath.
Oh my god.
Thought it was a bit clumsy, didn't it?
Well, it was just a bit clunky. It took her a long time. And the thing is, like, a reveal needs to be done. Like, you know, if I was just to like let this wig fall back and just like, I would reveal a bald head.
And it's like, I had the reveal I wasn't looking for.
Oh yeah, where you went to headbang and your wig just went. But, you know, that's the thing. The reveal, it needs to be good. It needs to come off. And the thing is, it took a while for the reveal to happen. And I was just underwhelmed with what was underneath. So I also didn't like the fact that she had that shoe with the ankle strap. I think she should have had a boot, because then she was wearing a bodysuit. So then at one point her bodysuit just stops and then you just see her foot in the shoe. And it's like, wear a boot. I hated Mistress's outfit.
No, I didn't like it either.
I didn't like Tina's outfit.
Yeah, that was just a bit flamboyant. She was like a massive flower.
Thing is, flamboyant is fine. I feel like for me, the proportions weren't quite right.
And it was a bit of an X Factor stub story, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, because the mum used to give her flowers. They love an X Factor stub story.
But you know, I just can't help but feel it's stub story.
And then Kerri's was just... Thing is, like, I feel like Kerri had, like, on her bodysuit, she had, like, the piranha plant.
It was just slutty. And, like,
well, the thing is, she had an actual...
sex appeal.
Yeah, so she had the actual outfit, but she was at the end of the runway and she instantly revealed out to the sluttiness. And I was kind of like... I get wanting to reveal to your body. Like, if your body looks like that, like, I wish my body looked like that. But if your body looks like that, like, I get show it off, at least wear the runway, like, down to the front of the stage, then reveal. Like, do something like that. Don't just, like, reveal it right at the start and just be like, oh, look, now I'm naked. But that's just me. I'm just a bit nitpicky with stuff like that. I'm just like, you know, reveals need to be timed right. The whole point of this runway is its Little Shop of Horrors, and that outfit... The end result of the outfit didn't give me that, and you didn't spend enough time in the outfit that did give me that for me to really appreciate it.
Well, the judges agree with you, I think.
Yeah, I do think so, but that's because my opinion... I mean, it's not always right. I was going to go, my opinion's always right.
You should be a guest judge on the RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, the UK version. Yeah. They'd just get me as a permanent judge. I'll be a permanent judge. I'll be on the payroll. I'll be sitting there going, I disagree. I'll be the person that sits go, I'm sorry, amused. Michelle, but I don't agree with you.
Yeah, I'm not amused.
One is not amused. But, yeah, no, I think all in all, like, the Rap and Roast turned out better than I thought it was going to be. Like, when they said Rap and Roast originally, I was like, Just either do like a girl group number or a roast. Don't combine the two. But I wasn't like disappointed.
It's the best episode of this bracket. Which I know there's only been 2.
Oh, I know, but I don't like a design challenge. So
the basketball letters.
Oh, I mean, I didn't like that either, but that was a makeover challenge. I was thinking about the first episode of this bracket. Yeah, not the basketball ladies. Ladies. Basketball ladies. But yeah, no, I think it was a good episode. I'm looking forward to next episode, which is weird because it's a Rusical. And RuPaul said RuPaul's going to star in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
RuPaul's never starred in a Rusical before.
No.
That's going to be interesting.
Series first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Surprising they can still come up with new shit at this point.
And this would be the final episode of the bracket.
Yeah, so next episode we will find out who's going through. I think Mistress, Jorgeous, Lydia.
Yeah.
And you just switch out Jorgeous and Tina?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. That makes sense.
Comment down below, who do you think will get to the semi-final?
Exactly. And out of the people from this bracket and the people that have got through in the last bracket, who do you want to win? And out of the eliminated queens, who do you want them to bring back? Because there's one queen they're going to bring back up the eliminated queens to compete.
And is there any Kerri and Nicole fans? Because we've not been really nice to win this.
No, I mean, the thing is, like, they were fine. It's just other queens were better. And that's the thing, like, I personally I love Nicole. I've really enjoyed having her back on the TV. I love having Kerri on our TV. I just, when it comes down to the competition side, the other queens are just, I don't know if they're more in it to win it. They just, are more boisterous, but...
I agree,
yeah, there's just something about them. But yeah, let us know down below. What have you thought about this episode? Who do you want to win? Who do you want to get through from this bracket? Tell us down below while you're down there. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And that's going to be all from us today. So we'll see you lovely people in the next one.
Thank you for watching.
Bye. Ghost Horse, why is there a party? Nay.